The service procedure pertains to replacing the silicone exhaust tube on the RF1 gas module for your ANKOM gas production module. The tools that are necessary to replace the silicone exhaust tube is a pair of pliers, a Phillips head screwdriver, a straight blade screwdriver, and a hemostat or needle nose pliers. The first step would be to remove the battery. Second step would be to remove the pressure sensor wire and the solenoid wire. The next step would be to remove the circuit board by removing the two Phillips head screws on either side of the circuit board. If you have access to an anti-static wristband, please wear it during this due to the sensitive electronics inside the module. Down inside, you will notice the solenoid, which is responsible for pinching close the tube, pressure sensor, and a Viton tube assembly. It would be a lot easier if you would remove the pressure sensor assembly now. Next would be to remove the solenoid. Using a straight blade screwdriver, turn the solenoid counterclockwise. The solenoid consists of four parts: the solenoid, the shaft with a spring, and the washer. Please do not lose any of these parts. The next step would be to remove the Viton tube assembly. You do this by taking your pliers and grasping on to the elbow and lifting up. The silicone exhaust tube can be removed by pulling back the O-ring and by simply tugging on the silicone tube. Feel free to stretch it to release the silicone tube. If you do not have a replacement tube, you can flip the silicone tube over and use the other end. This will work because the solenoid that pinches closed the tube will not be pressing in the same spot. Feel free to assemble the silicone tube by reversing the steps we just did. Put the silicone tube on, slide the O-ring back over the junction where the silicone tube attaches to the elbow. Using the hemostat or needle nose pliers, grasp the end of the silicone tube and feed it through the hole at the bottom of the shaft. There is a metal pin in the bottom of the shaft that you will have to slide the silicone tube over to feed it out the other end. Now that the silicone tube is through, grab your pliers, reapply them to the elbow that you removed earlier, and place the elbow back into the hole. Then grab the pressure sensor. Be gentle, but grasp it firmly, and insert that back into the hole it came out of. Be careful not to bend the pressure sensor, as it will break off the tip of the pressure sensor and enable it useless. Try to bend the wires around the shaft that the solenoid goes into. Now you can apply the washer. The solenoid shaft with spring. And the solenoid. Hand tighten the solenoid, and then by using the flat blade screwdriver, continue to turn it clockwise. Try to grasp the silicone exhaust tube in between your fingers and keep it tight. This will prevent the silicone exhaust tube from twisting underneath the shaft of the silicone. If that does occur, when you pressurize the bottle, you will have a leak, and you may have to undo the solenoid shaft and repeat this step. Next, grab the circuit board. Attach the circuit board using the Phillips head screwdriver and screws. Attach the solenoid plug into its respective clip, and then tuck the wires down around the pressure sensor clip. Now attach the pressure sensor clip. Insert the battery, and you have just replaced the silicone exhaust tube.